Have you ever noticed that some things just lead to arguments? If so, what are they? Some things might be obvious, like criticizing someone's cooking or their choice of music. But did you know that there are other behaviors that can trigger an argument even if it isn't your intention? So if you want to reduce arguments in your relationships, you're going to want to pay attention to this video because we will be showing you 7 everyday things that start fights. Let's get into it. No. 1. Telling them what they should do. Sometimes telling someone what to do is the fastest way to make them feel cornered and provoked. Even if you think you're helping them by letting them know what you think they should do, it can actually come across as criticism, which may cause them to feel like you're judging them. And then they may become defensive and might start an argument with you. One thing that can help here is to ask questions instead of giving direct instructions. For example, rather than saying you should spend more time exercising, try asking, "Would you like some workout suggestions?" The latter sounds much more inviting and less confrontational, doesn't it? Additionally, telling someone what they should do can sometimes be rooted in a lack of empathy. You see, when we tell others what to do, we are essentially disregarding their thoughts and feelings and treating them like a project that needs to be fixed. This approach can be especially problematic in relationships where open communication and mutual respect are crucial. Instead, practicing empathy and understanding in your communication can foster deeper connections and more meaningful conversations. This might mean taking the time to listen actively to their perspective, acknowledging their feelings, and asking open-ended questions before offering your own opinions or suggestions. By doing so, you'll not only avoid potential arguments, but also show your loved ones that you care about their thoughts and feelings. Remember, a good relationship is built on a foundation of trust, respect, and open communication. So be thoughtful in your communication style and prioritize understanding before jumping to solutions. No. 2. Bringing up their past mistakes. This is another behavior that can quickly escalate into an argument. Bringing up past mistakes, whether it's to criticize or use as leverage in current conflicts, can leave the other person feeling judged, disrespected, and unheard. It can also create a sense of betrayal, as if you're using tactics that go against the principles of fairness and equality in a relationship. When you bring up past mistakes, you are essentially trying to discredit them and their opinions by referencing previous missteps. This can lead to a breakdown in communication, making it difficult to find common ground and resolve present issues. So rather than focusing on past mistakes, it's important to concentrate on the current issue at hand. By addressing the problem from a fresh perspective, you have a better chance of finding an amicable solution without causing unnecessary distress or offense. Keep in mind, everyone makes mistakes, and holding on to past errors won't benefit anyone. Instead, focus on the present and work together to find the best solution for all parties involved. Number 3. Not listening. Not listening is a silent killer of relationships. It shows the other person that you don't value their thoughts, feelings, or opinions. And when they feel unheard, they might start an argument to make sure their voice is seen. This lack of attention can lead to resentment and frustration, making it difficult to maintain a healthy connection. It's crucial to remember that active listening is essential for building strong relationships. By truly hearing and understanding the other person's perspective, you can foster a sense of mutual respect and create a safe space for open communication. This means paying attention not just to their words, but also to their body language and emotions. It's also important to avoid interrupting and to ask clarifying questions when needed. When you demonstrate that you are truly listening, the other person is more likely to feel valued and heard, which can prevent arguments from arising. Remember, a healthy relationship is a two-way street. Both parties need to feel heard and respected for it to thrive. Number 4. Judge them or jump to conclusions. Jumping to conclusions and judging others is another common behavior that can spark arguments. When you judge someone, you are essentially imposing your own standards and beliefs onto them without considering their perspective or the complexity of their situation. This can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and a breakdown in communication. You might be right in your judgment, but the way you express it can often lead to defensiveness and resentment. Instead of jumping to conclusions or making judgments, it's important to approach situations with an open mind and a willingness to understand. Ask questions to clarify misunderstandings and seek to understand their perspective before forming your own opinion. By taking the time to listen and empathize, you can build stronger relationships and avoid unnecessary arguments. Remember, everyone is different, and what might be right for one person may not be right for another. Instead of judging, strive to understand and communicate openly to find common ground and build stronger connections. No. 5. Saying always and never. Using absolutes like always and never in an argument is a surefire way to shut down productive conversation. Statements like "you always do this" or "you never do anything" are not only exaggerations, but they also generalize an entire relationship based on one event. This can lead to the other person becoming defensive or dismissive, making it impossible to reach a compromise. Instead, it is better to focus on the specific issue at hand and use I statements to express your feelings. For example, instead of saying "you always ignore me," try "feel ignored when you spend hours playing video games without talking to me." By using specific examples and focusing on your feelings, you are more likely to have a productive conversation that leads to a resolution rather than an argument. Remember, relationships are complex, and using absolutes like always and never ignores the nuances that make each relationship unique. Focus on specific issues, use I statements, and be willing to compromise to keep your conversations healthy and productive. Number 6. Changing the subject. Changing the subject abruptly, especially when someone is trying to discuss something important to them, can be a way of dismissing their thoughts and feelings. This can lead to the other person feeling ignored and unimportant, which can escalate into an argument. It's important to remember that everyone's thoughts and feelings are valid and should be acknowledged, even if you don't agree with them. If you don't want to talk about a certain topic, it's best to explain why calmly and respectfully rather than changing the subject to avoid conflict. This allows the other person to feel heard and validated while also setting clear boundaries. By practicing empathy and open communication, you can prevent arguments and build stronger relationships. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding. So take the time to acknowledge and validate your partner's feelings, even if you don't share them. Openly communicate your own thoughts and feelings while remaining respectful and understanding of theirs. This approach will help you navigate disagreements effectively and strengthen your bond with your partner. And no. 7. Stay quiet when you could have spoken up. Similar to changing the subject, staying quiet when you could have spoken up earlier is another behavior that can lead to arguments. Bottling up your thoughts and feelings and avoiding confrontation can cause issues to fester and grow, eventually exploding into a big argument. It's important to address problems as they arise and communicate your needs and feelings assertively, but respectfully. This can help prevent misunderstandings and allow you to find solutions to problems more easily. Staying quiet might seem like the easy way out in the moment, but it can lead to bigger issues down the road. It's important to learn how to speak up for yourself in a healthy, assertive way that respects the feelings of others. By doing so, you can prevent arguments and build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Remember, effective communication is key to healthy relationships. Don't let issues fester, address them calmly and respectfully. This will not only help you avoid arguments, but also foster mutual understanding and stronger bonds with those in your life. Ending arguments in your relationships is possible, but it does take conscious effort. If you want to reduce the amount of arguments you get into, try to be aware of these 7 everyday behaviors and how they might be contributing to the problem. Remember, fostering healthy communication, showing respect, and practicing empathy are essential for building strong and lasting relationships. We hope this video has been helpful to you. If so, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or suggestions. We value your input and would love to hear from you. Additionally, if you found this video useful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with others who may benefit from this information. As always, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.